Hey, I'm live. Ew. What's up, YouTube? It's been a minute since I've been live. It's been a little minute. I think the last time I posted a video was 4 months ago. And boy, has life changed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, with these life changes, I would like to introduce my new water jug. Isn't she sexy? She got the flower of life print all on it. So you already know I'm into blessing my water, speaking positive intentions, love, abundance, transformation in my water. And I feel like it was really important for me to get a water bottle. First of all, I've seen this like everywhere. I'm lying. I've seen it before and I'm like, dang, like, where'd she get that from? And I finally found it. Um, if you want to know where I found it, hit me up. So, you know, yeah, man, life has really done a few 180s, some 270s, some 360s, some 90 degrees. And still I rise. Still I rise, I was like, let me just hop on YouTube. I was like, let me just hop on YouTube because it's really. I look back at my last video I did my cacao ceremony and I'm like, you go, girl. You do that. You do that cacao ceremony. And I see, like, excuse me, how my life is now. And I'm like, wow, like, how crazy. So what's new? So the first thing I want to talk about is this lunar eclipse energy. So I have converted myself to 13 signs astrology. And I don't regret it. And you know what? I think I'm going to do a video actually on why, maybe a little bit later. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about it now. Like, I feel like I converted to 13 signs astrology because I've been into my divine feminine journey. And as I'm into my divine feminine journey, it causes me to reveal a lot of secrets and to wash away a lot of lies that society has put on women's history, especially when it comes to spirituality. And I'm definitely going to talk more about that later, straight up, because there's a lot that needs to be revealed with this. So as I'm going, like, moving more into my divine feminine spirituality and, life, I've realized the demonization of the number 13. 13 is the number of divine feminine. So you see, like, Friday the 13th, oh, that's such a scary day. Don't believe in that day. Something bad's going to happen. There's no, like, level 13 in a hotel or on an elevator. Like, all these superstitions when it comes to the simplicity of it being a divine day to women years and years ago. I know a lot of people already know how the patriarchy is. And, if you're into your spirituality, I'm not too sure if you've done research on, the realness and the authenticity of what many women have done thousands and thousands of years ago. If you really do your research, you'll see that first there was goddess. You look at how life goes. Woman is first. Woman births. Woman creates. And, you look at a whole bunch of different religions and they speak about how God is a he. There's a lot of focus on Father, Son, Holy Spirit. You don't see anything having to do with the women. As women, we literally, we literally, we are literally like 50% in the spiritual world at all times. And that's mostly because we bring life through the spiritual world first. You get what I'm saying? So, women, we walk around, we're always like 50% in the physical plane, 50% in the spiritual plane. And we vacillate between the two. It's funny, the Vesica Pisces just came in my mind, like the symbol, like the Venn diagram symbol, like this. This is the Vesica Pisces symbol. You got a circle, and when they meet together, they make that third little middle piece. And as creation, if you really look into it, the circle and the circle with that little mini piece, like, represents the yoni. And I've learned a lot through not only reading, but a lot of YouTubers have used their channel to spread a lot of knowledge about this. And that's what I want to continue to do and further on my channel because what? Because what? So getting back into it, I'm like, yo, of course, like, why? Let me look into this 13 signs astrology thing. Now, I will say, when I first heard about it about a year ago, I was like, oh, fucus. I'm like, oh my God, what do they mean? Oh, it's another manipulation tactic. What do they mean? What do they mean? What do they mean? I didn't pay too much mind to it. I kind of let it go. I was speaking to a friend and they was like, yo, did you notice how like the Ophiuchus thing wasn't pushed as it should have been pushed? Like, it was just something popped in the air and that was that. And I was like, oh, wow, that is kind of true. And one night I decided to just look into 13 signs astrology. And there's an astrologer on YouTube called Mastering the Zodiac, and he's really into the 13 signs astrology. They call it true sidereal astrology. So it's similar to Vedic astrology when, Vedic astrology looks at where the constellations actually are in the sky. So First of all, why are we not looking to see where the planets are in the sky? Like, where the planets are in the actual constellations in the sky? Like, why are we when I really like got in my mind, like, I've been doing astrology for a few years now. So I would say I'm fairly new. And I've looked into tropical and I've looked into Vedic. I've mostly studied tropical. But when it really like sank in, I was like, wait, why aren't we calculating where the planets actually are in the sky? Now, yes, I understand precessions and all this madness and whatever, equations and blah, 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 that's been created by a lot of men, right? To get this clear cut 12 zodiac sign calculation. Like, I get all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand it and I don't knock it. Like, I completely understand that tropical astrology is needed, Vedic is needed, all forms of astrology is needed, and these things had to be quantifiable to get results. So I completely get it. But as I'm opening up my mind to this new perspective, I'm bringing in a new perception of how I'm looking into things. I'm like, but why is true sidereal astrology not even spoken about? That's the thing. All these other forms of astrology, there's so much information about it online. What about true sidereal, right? Why isn't this being brought to the front like how everything else is being brought to the front? So you got to look at things like that. So of course, when I see that it's 13 signs, the actual 13th sign is Pisces because Ophiuchus is between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So if you're actually counting it, it brings Pisces to the 13th sign. But the new edition of Ophiuchus, I've been looking into it and I've really been studying it. And Mastering the Zodiac on his website, not only does he have like software where you're able to download the software and look into the actual charts, because a lot of astrology websites, they don't carry the true sidereal or 13 sign astrology like map out. You're not able to like put your information in and just boom get your 13 signs astrology chart. But Mastering the Zodiac, his website, you're able to get that. So when I got that, a lot of my placements were similar to what it says in Vedic, because remember, both systems have to do with where the planets actually are in the constellations in the sky. But the true sidereal astrology takes the actual size of the constellations into consideration. So while Vedic and tropical, they take every zodiac sign, and I'm learning that the zodiac sign and the constellation are two different things. They take every zodiac sign, they give it 30 degrees, which isn't completely fair, but I mean, I guess they're trying to make it quantifiable. They're trying to you have to make it measurable. Okay. Um, so I'm like, okay, cool. But 13 signs astrology, it just takes the real size of each zodiac sign and it looks at how the sun and how the other planets are moving throughout the ecliptic, right? So it moves through, the sun moves through Ophiuchus on the ecliptic. And you can download apps like, let me see, I have Stellarium is one of them, and another one that I have is Star Walk. Those are two apps where I could just point my phone up to the sky and literally see where the planets are in the constellations. I can also see like different constellations and fixed stars and all that other stuff too. So 13 signs astrology is like, listen, Virgo and Pisces, they're a little over 30 degrees. So we're gonna take its full length. We're not gonna cap it at 30. Scorpio, hey, it's a little less than 30 degrees. So we're gonna cap it down at what it is. So true sidereal astrology, what I love about it is like the true authenticity. Now I can understand how it may be harder or more challenging to like calculate the results. But I'm not going to move too much into that thought because I'm new to it and I think people are doing it. So I'm just going to say it's new. It's different than what we've known. So I'm really excited for this journey because it's new. I see a lot of people starting to talk, or a lot of people talking about it. I'm lying. I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I see a few people, like a sprinkle, like 3 people that I found on social media that's really like into this type of stuff. And I'm happy to join that family and to see what's really good, what's going on. Another thing that I really appreciated about 13 Signs Astrology is, like I was saying, a lot of my planets were similar to Vedic, but it switched my angles. So if you're into astrology, my midheaven and my MC and my IC, those angles even switched into new signs. So that was beautiful for me to see because I'm like, whoa. So this is really what's good. So not only did I have some, like I have a tropical chart, I have a Vedic chart that's different, and then I have the 13 signs astrology chart. So as an astrologer, I love how I have the range of 3 different types of charts. Okay, so what? That got my mind like, yes, let's do the research. Like, let's figure this stuff up. Like, let's figure this stuff out because what? Because what? So So today is a lunar eclipse, and in tropical, it's in Taurus, but in 13 signs astrology, it's in Aries. And listen to me. I don't think you understand how I feel like it is truly aligned with Aries, mostly because the moon is in Aries, right? In the sky, according to the sky. Listen, listen, don't beef with me, beef with the sky. Don't be for me. I'm just listening to the sky. I'm looking at the sky. You, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know too much how this YouTube thing work, You know what? But we gonna pull up a little something. You know, I'm not gonna pull up nothing. I don't know if I could pull up apps on this and show y'all. You know what? I don't care. So I don't care. So I'm gonna type in where, let's see if I could even pull it up right now. My phone is acting a little weird. Run away, love, run away. Yeah, my phone is acting up a bitty. You know what I'm saying? But next time I'll definitely be able to show y'all that the lunar eclipse took place in Aries and stuff like that. And I really feel that way because the energies have been super heavy and super transformative, on top of the fact that Mars went retrograde last week. And personally, for me, where I see this being in my chart, I'm seeing a lot of changes in that chart, in that side of, in that part of my chart, which is, you know, that part of my life. I'm seeing a lot of changes in that part of my life. And I'm just like, yeah, this 13 signs astrology stuff is dope. One thing that I would love to say, though, that one thing that I would love to say is that it changed my perspective on how I look at the house system, because the 13 sign astrologers, I believe a lot of them still keep the 12 house system, because the 12 house system was based off the 24-hour cycle of the day. And what I've noticed is that even though it may be, like, for example, even though the moon in tropical, the full lunar eclipse was in Taurus, but in 13 signs, it was in Aries, it was still in the same area, the same house in my chart. So that made me like, now I feel like I should study the houses a lot more, because even though the signs were different, it was still in the same house. So now I definitely see the importance of the house systems when it comes to astrology. And that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So yeah, I feel like the main reason why I'm really standing with 13 signs astrology is because it just reminds me of how much was taken away from the feminine in the 13. And that's how I honestly entered into this. I also truly feel my sun sign for 13 signs astrology. I really like coincide with that sun sign, the change in sun signs, because I'm born on a cusp, like literally 2 days into a cusp. So into the new sign. So just identifying with that sun sign, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely me. Another reason why I like it is, for like, I feel like I'm outside of the matrix now. Like, I feel like this is like astrology, tropical astrology. You see it everywhere and everyone's talking about it. Everyone has think pieces about it. And while a lot of the think pieces are needed and I learned so much, it was too much for me. I felt like I was falling into like a rabbit hole of not only like logistics and necessary information, but also a lot of BS. And it was overwhelming me. It was overwhelming me. So now that I'm into 13 signs astrology, I feel like the air is more clear, there's a lot more space, and I could literally do my own thinking. I'm just really sensitive like that. Okay. I got a Pisces stellium. I am super sensitive to environment, any environment, anywhere I'm at mentally, on the phone, in an app, I am just super sensitive to it. So, and I would say one downfall is like, damn, like now, like, since I'm changing it up, like all these accounts that I followed, I don't really care no more about tropical astrology. I really don't. So I'm like, damn, I follow so many great pages from great people, and I'm not even there anymore. Like, my mind is somewhere else. You know, they really say that 13 signs astrology and even Vedic astrology too gives you information about your soul, while tropical astrology gives you information about your 3D life here on this planet. And for me, being a deep spiritualist, deep into the soul on all levels, it was, I think it's very important for me to, you know, hop on that side, hop on the soul side. You know what I'm saying? Hop on the soul side. So I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not excited, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And I think it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I have here with me my carnelian flame. Carnelian, okay. This is the stone of the root chakra. It actually helps the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus chakra, the three lower centers, which a lot of us humans really react from, also really emotional centers. So I have my carnelian flame, and I was chilling with her, especially with the blood moon in Aries and Mars being retrograde. So all these like fiery energies really coming out. So I've been having her by my side, and carnelian is strong. I recently got this crystal, which is funny. Like I was looking for a crystal, like, so I run a lot of energies, right? I run a lot of like energies through energy work, visualization, and we be getting in. We be getting in. It's so funny. I was actually in one of my community meetings that I'm a part of. I don't host or anything. It's a beautiful community. And we were working with the fire element and the water element. And I also like hopped on my phone. I actually got, where's my phone? I actually got a red phone case because I was like, yeah, I need to work with my fire. A lot more I have fire in my chart. And we were doing like fire visualizations and elemental work. Oh my God, it's saying that my connection is unstable. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna keep talking because the live is still going. Um, you know what? Yeah, been doing a lot of firework and stuff like that, and it's just been like super beautiful. So with this carnelian, and last night in community, I was just like, yo, this literally is like a fire moon. It's the Aries lunar eclipse. And if we can just talk to these current energies right now, a lot of shedding, a lot of transformation. It's a lot of action being taken. Like action is in your hands. Opportunities are in your hands. Whether you're able to see them clearly or not, trust me, they are there. And it's time to take this opportunity or these opportunities into your hands and launch. I love eclipse season because the energy just gets so deep and so much comes up. So much comes up to transform. So many energies come up to meet. Like you're able to meet yourself in so many different ways. You're able to see life in so many different ways. You're able to experience so many different things. You're able to feel so many different things and see, and you're able to change. And I think eclipse season is just a beautiful like portal. It's a beautiful portal. They were saying this is the last full moon, like the last like full lunar eclipse until 2025. I don't really understand how that works. Oh, I guess there's like a whole bunch of partials that happen, but this was a full one. And when I tell you like with what's going on in my life at this time, yeah, things is shaking up. Things is falling down. Things is shaking up. And they always say when things are being cleared from your path, it's because newness is coming in and it needs space. And that's one thing I want to talk about when it comes to releasing. A full moon is a time for release, and releasing is important. Like a tumor. If you have so much things accumulating, it becomes a tumor. And I feel like a lot of us are walking around with spiritual tumors, walking around with just emotions that needs to be released, emotions from the past. And like, I had a conversation with somebody about a current situation, but things from, let's say, maybe 10 years ago or more got brought up into that current conversation. And I'm like, wow. And that was right before the solar eclipse that just happened 2 weeks ago. I had that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So eclipse time is the time of just bring it out and let it go. Like you don't have any choices. If you're really aligned with the energy, if you're really aligned with your destiny, you know what I'm saying? If you're aligned with your dharma, I should say that if you're aligned with your dharma, what you came here to do, eclipse season takes it and snatches what needs to go away. And that's the thing too. I feel like a lot of people don't really believe in how, like, or don't really believe or understand how this alignment works. I don't even want to say spirituality, because a lot of people that think they're spiritual and the alignment ain't really aligning for them. There's a point of surrender and a point of realness. And if you don't have honesty and truth about yourself, a lot of alignments ain't really gonna hit how it's supposed to hit. Because when you're honest with yourself and you know yourself and you know how you act in situations and you see what's going on in situations, and when you connect with your guides and you get downloads and your ancestors and you get downloads about situations, alignment, you're on a different frequency, where these planetary alignments and energetic alignments is aligning with you. You get what I'm saying? You on the same, I would just say you're on the same energetic signature as what's going on. So, things are just going to shed and happen. And I feel like that's really what's going on with this eclipse, especially a full moon eclipse. It's time, full moons, it's like the moon gets full, or for her to pour out. A time of release, a time of release. And I feel like a lot of spiritual tumors have been alchemized and man, listen, I know a few of mine were. Okay, I know a few of mine were. And that's just that. Wow. Yeah, this is no joke. You know what I'm saying? I would say these past few years has just been a lot on the collective, and especially what's been going on as of recently. A lot of celebrity deaths, a few celebrities speaking out. We gonna save that juiciness for another conversation. A few celebrities speaking out about how they've been treated, how they are still treated, what's been going on, how life is over there for them. A lot is just being released, and I can't wait until the next Mercury in retrograde, because I would love to see. I would love to see what goes down. You know what I'm saying? So let me wrap this video up. Um, this was just like a little quick update on what I've been doing, what I've been on, what's going on with the energies. I've been feeling more aligned to hop on the YouTube and say a little 1, 2, 3, do a little thing, with my with the what are you? Y'all not coming for me. What? Listen, if you don't got the flower of life water, come on, you got to get on it. A333, perfect way for me to end this. If you don't got the flower of life water, what you doing? Here's what you doing if you don't got the flower of life water. All right. Let me end this. Yeah. Do I have anything more to say? I'm just thankful for this video. All right. I'm out of here, guys. To tell Lou.